Greetings to all. In this video, we'll talk about The Paramedic, a thriller Spanish movie. The Paramedic movie narrates the story of Angel, a man who collaborates with his partner, Ricardo, as a medical team in the emergency services. Angel is always willing to assist those who have been in accidents, but Angel is not always as trustworthy as a medical professional. Angel did not think twice about stealing goods from the people he assisted, such jewels or spectacles. These gathered items were afterwards sold to a man by the name of Vane, Angel's veterinary student girlfriend, and he share an apartment. An elderly man named Vicente, who kept a dog as a pet but wasn't an Angel, resided in their flat. Angel even purposefully brushed Vicente's pet dog's poop across the apartment's carpet after stepping on it. Every night, Vicente's dog barks, making Angel want to get rid of the dog because it is disturbing her sleep. When he visited the hospital, Angel was informed that his sperm was so weak that he would struggle to conceive even though he had tried numerous times to get Vane pregnant. Angel came to the realization that he was the main reason why Vane was not pregnant at the time. In fact, their relationship was not particularly amorous. When Angel checks Vane's cell phone one day, she discovers that Vane has been conversing with Roberto, a classmate of hers. Despite the fact that Roberto is quite attractive, Angel is a highly protective partner. Angel has a friend named Andres who works as a doctor at the hospital where he works, and Andres frequently provided Angel medication to take. One day, Angel receives an emergency call. Ricardo and he hurriedly went to pick up the accident victim, and Ricardo unexpectedly took a detour on the way back to the hospital. Unfortunately, their car was involved in an accident that left Angel paralyzed in his legs and forced him to use a wheelchair. This condition affected both Angel and Vane, and now that Angel must accept using a wheelchair, Vane patiently takes care of him, but he starts to become possessive of Vane. Vane appears to be dressed up when she is about to head to campus, which leads Angel to learn how to hack Vane's cell phone out of fear of losing Vane. Angel suspects that Vane is currently close to his college friend Roberto. When Ricardo, an old co-worker, paid a visit one day, it was clear that the accident had merely left him with facial scrapes. He was so furious to see Ricardo because he had led him to become partially paraplegic. When Vane was about to leave for college that evening, Angel pretended to ask her to get him ice cream. After using the opportunity to install a hacking program on Vane's phone, he now has complete control over her mobile device, including chat, the camera, and everyone with whom she talks via his PC. Angel spent the night alone at home because Vane had gone somewhere, and the barking of Vicente's dog kept him awake. When questioned, Vicente admitted that he had to leave his dog home alone when he visited his wife who was in the hospital since it appeared that Angel could no longer tolerate the dog's presence. Vane was given the opportunity to work part-time in customer service at a veterinary clinic after a disagreement with Night came Angel. The two also argued since Vane merely wanted to pursue her goal, which made Angel's very furious. Angel awakens in the middle of the night in excruciating pain. After searching everywhere for medicines, he eventually discovered them in the kitchen. However, Angel intended to make Vane feel guilty, so he concealed the painkillers under the bed. The next day, when Vane returned home, Angel reprimanded her for allowing him to suffer through the night without taking any medication. That occurrence left Vane feeling so awful that Angel, who was unable to hear the dog's barking, decided to kill it. He inserted the needle into the dog's flesh and delivered it to Vicente's dog. His psychopathology is beginning to develop. Vane's talk with a friend, which Angel had been listening to through his computer screen, revealed that she no longer enjoyed living with Angel but was unable to leave him. Despite the fact that Vane's buddy had urged her to leave since Angel had treated her poorly. After deciding to seduce her, Angel suddenly becomes preoccupied with making a romantic meal for Vane after worrying that she might leave him. In addition, he requested that Vane wear the extremely sensual outfit he had just purchased. Angel then promised to make Vane's grandmother's room more comfortable for her to study in. Even though the occurrence made Vane even more uneasy about leaving Angel, he still intends to conceive with Vane. Surprisingly, Vane was able to hear the sound of messages being transmitted from the computer in Angel's room when Angel was taking a shower and Vane was sending a message to her buddy. Vane noticed that Angel had been watching her every step when she noticed that her cell phone appeared to be connected to it. Angel is undoubtedly a true stalker, and Vane decides to break up with Angel because she feels violated. She left the apartment after packing a few items of clothing and taking only the pink dress that Angel had purchased. Angel was devastated when he found that Vane knew his secret. However, he understood that Vane would never come back. Angel continued to live alone in his flat with Vane's memories several months afterwards. When Angel discovered that Vane and Ricardo were dating while he was following her to school one day to find her, he was furious. It comes out that because Ricardo had a long-term romance with Vane, he purposefully caused Angel to crash. When Vane and Ricardo are followed by Angel to a baby supplies store, it is discovered that Vane is expecting Ricardo's child. Angel's psychotic soul starts to burn as a result, and he starts formulating a strategy to get Vane back. Then, when Angel runs into his friend Andres, a physician, he requests for an anesthetic because his leg is constantly in pain. Then, after pretending to say goodbye as Angel accompanied Vane to her school, Vane decided to take Angel to his apartment out of sympathy. There, the Angel claimed that he had brought some clothing and vehicle equipment, and that Vane had been persuaded into his apartment as a result. Vane, however, had no idea that Angel had set up a trap for her. Angel administers an anesthetic to Vane inside the apartment, bringing her to awareness right away. Vane wakes up in the room of Angel's previous grandmother with her hands and feet bound, locked once more in the world of the Angel. She screamed as loudly as she could, but she was unable to speak since her mouth was choked. Then Angel turned on some loud music and shut the door on Vane. Angel then used Vane's phone to text Ricardo, saying that Vane no longer wanted any interaction with him. This was the start of the action. He then threw her phone into a stream. Angel, who is enamored with Vane, kept cuddling Vane and sleeping with him alone. However, one night, Vicente overheard a dialogue coming from Angel's apartment and decided to go check it out. Angel claims that there is no Vane, and he also claimed that he brought in a prostitute. Vicente insisted that he heard the music playing quite loudly and could even hear Vane's voice. The following evening, Angel leaves his flat but is stopped by Ricardo, who claims that the Vane vanished and that it was not her who sent the text. Vane asserted that he was unaware of her, despite the fact that he was fully aware of their shared desire to have children and the fact that it was unlikely she would leave him. The next morning, as he rushed away, Vane awoke to find Angel sitting next to her. However, she was even more startled to discover that she could not move her legs at all. Angel assured her that the numbness in her leg was just temporary and promised to take good care of the Vane's child. Vane realized she couldn't leave the room with her numb legs as Angel then turned up the volume on the music once again. Angel receives a message from Ricardo on the balcony of his room, indicating that he is confident that Angel is aware of the missing Vane. It is obvious that she was confined in that apartment with a psychopath alone. If Angel doesn't turn over the Vane right away, he will then phone the police, even though Angel was well aware that they shouldn't capture him. After having dinner together, Angel and Vane decided that he had to do something to permanently get rid of Ricardo. However, while Angel wasn't expecting it, Vane smacked Angel in the head with a champagne bottle. Vane then attempted to drag her body outside of the apartment, but she was no match for Angel, who was able to render Vane helpless with a single injection. Vicente, who is certain he heard Vane's voice during the altercation, makes his way into Angel's apartment and discovers Angel suffering from a head wound. Angel had no choice but to let Vicente inside. When Vicente spotted Vane on the ground, he attempted to assist her, but Angel didn't let him scupper his plan. Angel killed Vicente by repeatedly stabbing him with a knife. To dispose of Vicente's body, Angel calls his stolen items collector, Furman. After Vicente's body was eventually removed so quickly, Angel heard the police approaching as he was eating breakfast the next morning. Amazingly, when the police officer arrived to hunt for Vane's missing person, Angel insisted that he was unaware of the disappearance of Vane. Since that occurrence, Angel was aware that Ricardo needed to be eliminated as soon as possible. With the apartment key he had taken from Vane's bag, he set out to do it. Hidden behind a curtain in the bathroom, Angel broke into Ricardo's flat and administered an anesthesia that immediately rendered Ricardo paralyzed. He then used a funnel to throw a lot of alcohol and cocaine powder onto the table to make it appear as though Ricardo had overdosed. Angel was already very eager to meet baby Vane when he returned to his room, and this was the ideal strategy to eliminate its rivals. He has also prepared a lot of food for the Vane, who is now also in a wheelchair. She even set her a baby cot. Angel took out a ring he had previously stolen and proposed to Vane as they were eating. Angel wants her to be healthy so she can have a healthy baby as well. Vane didn't turn to face Angel since she needed to leave the apartment as quickly as possible. Vane reassures Angel that she needs to be by herself while she uses the restroom because she was aware that Angel kept the nail clippers on the shelf. Vane struggled for a long time before finding something that would allow her to escape. The following evening, while Vane shivering from a fever, Angel determined whether he needed to look for medicine by tying and bound her mouth. Vane had hidden the nail clipper in her private area when Angel left the apartment and she was left alone. She made numerous desperate attempts to cut the knots with the nail clippers before succeeding in freeing herself at last. Vane must have struggled to leave the apartment as quickly as possible, but since she was unable to walk, she had to pull herself up by her own strength. Armed with a screwdriver, Vane labored to prise open the door until she was able to escape Angel's apartment. Vane fought to drag her body as far as she could in the empty apartment at that moment, but just as she got to the stairs, Angel had gotten back into an elevator. Angel cried loudly as she dragged herself as far away from the maniac as she could after saw Vane struggling. Vane eventually succeeds in pushing Angel and causing him to tumble to the ground during their subsequent combat. Angel was not awake. A few months later, the scene shifts to a hospital, where Angel is shown sitting utterly paralyzed from having fallen from that height. Angel is currently unable to move his entire body. When the pregnant Vane arrived and began to push Angel away, she slyly muttered that she would now take care of Angel, indicating that she was prepared to exact revenge for her experiences up to that point. So the movie ends up here. If you like this movie, then hit up the like button, and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos like this.